Hey, so I thought I'd make a video here of my 60s Gibson GA-15RVT amp that I've been fiddling with. I fixed it up, modified it. It doesn't look fixed up or modified because it's all inside of it, the guts, but it had some bad electrolytic capacitors, and there was some weirdness in the schematic, or the circuit. That was differed from the schematic, and I changed that. And also, if we come around the back, hold up, you might be able to see it has a pig nose speaker. Not because it's a good speaker or because it's super fancy or anything, but just because it's better than what was in there and it's what I had laying around. Anyhow, I'm going to plug into this thing and show you how it sounds. That's the guitar I'll be playing. It's a Yamaha EG-112 that's been modified. See if I can set this camera up and show you how it sounds. Alright, so the amp is on. I don't know if you can hear it, but it buzzes really bad. That's my fault. I have really terrible lead dress because I modified I rewired the preamp tubes to be 12 AX7s instead of 6 EU7s. So anyhow, I guess I'll start out. This is what it sounds like. Clean, no reverb, anything. I have my treble at around 12 o'clock, bass all the way up, guitar volume and tone up, neck pickup. There's a chord. Not super bassy, but it's got a warm sound. Yeah, you can do stuff. I usually run a compressor before the amp. I have a Dynacomp that I like to use. I guess I'll show you what both pickups sound like. Anyhow, so that's both pickups. I guess I could show a little lead. Whatever. Bridge pickup, this before, when the amp was extremely bright, was like unbearable, but now anyhow, oh, I should also say that this is like the volume's at 4 on the knob. That's what it says, 4. So it's not super loud because I'm in the dorm. I might crank it up here because it's only 4 o'clock, so it's not like people are sleeping. Oh, right, so you probably should hear the funky reverb on this thing. This thing has as much reverb as you could ever want. This is reverb halfway up. So that's borderline on what some people might call excessive, but you can be like, that was crappy, but yeah, so that's halfway up. Now if we crank this reverb all the way up, oh yeah. Murphy. And so the most interesting thing about the reverb is when you turn the volume all the way down on the amp, or loudness as they call it, you can turn the reverb up, and the reverb runs in parallel with the rest of the preamplifier circuit. So you still have reverb. That's pretty cool. I think that's cool. And then another feature of the amp is tremolo. So I'll turn that on, dial my reverb back to a more reasonable level, bring the volume back up. The amp also has a foot switch for tremolo and reverb, which is handy. So this is max speed, max depth. Yeah, so I mean, you can dial that back a little bit, do more sexy stuff like. So anyhow, that's reverb, tremolo, clean. You get the idea. The amp isn't, I mean, it's not like what, you know, you'd be like, ooh, this is such a fine vintage amplifier. I'm going to pay $10,000 for this boutique amp. I mean, honestly, it's a $200 amp with a few Radio Shack components I put in it. So I don't have any money into this thing. And to me, it sounds great. Because I'm not trying to, like, replicate Stevie Ray Vaughan's sound or the Hendrix sound or anything. I'm not trying to replicate anyone's. I'm looking for a sound. I'm looking for my own sound, and I like the spring reverb sound. I love old surf music, and I like indie rock, and I like funky guitars, and this is a funky amp, and it sounds pretty nice. So I like it. It inspires me to write music, and that's the important thing to me. So now, let me throw my Dynacomp in front of the amp. Show you how that sounds. Notice that buzzing still going. It's not the guitar, it's the amp. So here's the Dynacomp in front. You can hear the hiss because it's boosting me. Considerably louder because it's pushing the front end a little more. I have the output on the Dynacomp Max. I'll show you what this amp sounds like dimed. I have to. All right, so here goes. Interesting thing with this guitar, when you put the pickup switches off, the contacts and stuff vibrating or something vibrating in the guitar. You get like a piezo effect. It's really weird. Yeah, so this is kind of loud. There it is. There it is. You heard it. You got to hear it. Next part of the video, I'll show you the guts of this thing and what I changed to make it sound like this, versus what it sounded like stock, which I don't have a video of, but it was really thin and the reverb was broken. And it wasn't very loud. Didn't have any gain. So, yeah. That's it.